Yay! Awesome people that are awesome. I love people that are awesome. Giving us good deals on weed. Ice cream cake is so good for me. Impromptu song.
It wasn't you through the night. Makes you feel so right.
Hey guys, welcome back to the, I don't know what the name of this podcast show is.
I don't know, we can't pick a title.
Can't pick a title podcast.
I keep typing it wrong every time I put it in Facebook or anywhere else. I change it up every time. We can't think of a title and we can't come up with a title. Yeah,
probably best for us to stay consistent so everybody can find us. But welcome back. Thank you for coming here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You made it. Proud of you.
Proud of you, yeah.
Hope your week went good. We're back and
back in action, you could say.
Ready for more shenanigans.
Action-packed, ready to rack. I'm just rhyming things now.
I don't know what's
Is
happening.
that a thing?
Sorry, you guys.
I'm a poet. Didn't you know
Sorry
that?
about that.
Didn't know it. I'm packing a bowl.
Oh,
you would
okay.
tell everybody, the folks...
what flavors you got in there
this
today? Did you do like the salad bar, or what do you call that when you put all the flavors in your Slurpee?
The salad bowl. Oh, I don't know. Is that a special thing that they used to call
like
that?
a swamp water?
Oh, swamp! Oh, I love swamp water. Oh, that's when you mix all the different soda pops. Yeah,
together.
Yeah. I was thinking Slurpee.
Yeah. You could probably mix your Slurpees.
Is there a word for that?
Swamp water.
No, but like with slushy stuff, is it still called swamp water slush? Oh.
Winter swamp water?
I like it.
I don't know. So is it...
Swamp ice?
Could be.
Swamp slush. Oh, there you go. Swamp slush.
Hello,
I know
birdie.
they had a flavor.
Did you guys hear that? The birdie liked that one.
Yeah? Swamp slush?
I think my mic's picking up all the birdie
He
sounds.
loves it.
Hopefully he doesn't swear too much this episode.
Hey, he's down with it.
So what you got in that bowl there, Jason?
This is
Jason Too Far Thompson?
Strain that they call Nukem, or Nukin is, I've seen it spelled out Nukin, but I think it's spelled wrong every time.
A name, or it
Nukem, like as in like Duke Nukem.
Okay.
That's like an old school video game. Do you remember Duke Nukem?
Absolutely
Back
not.
in the day? No?
No,
Oh, okay.
that's not a thing.
There's some nerds out there
I
that
was
would be like,
playing
Duke Nukem? No way!
I was playing with sticks. In the forest, probably. Brushing a pony.
You're out, actually living your life, not just gaming it up in the basement, in the dark. Played Duke Nukem, and
doing kid stuff.
I think it had like a...
You were like a town
had a
kid,
whole,
though,
like,
and I was a country kid.
low-cut top girl on it and everything, and like, ooh, look at me,
Oh, wow. We'll have to look that up later.
Yeah, there you go.
Boom, chicka, boom,
More
boom.
homework for me.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, so Nukem.
Yeah.
I think it's a
Damn near nuked him.
sativa. I think most of our peeps know that that's what we like, is the sativas over the Indica couches.
I think the sativas were sold out.
Oh, yeah?
Or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Or
Right. You got
unavailable.
this. Right.
Yeah.
You got this stuff. Right.
So.
Right. Nice. Yeah, no, it's really good stuff. I like it. It's, I would have thought sativa because it sort of peps me up.
Well, it can be a
Doesn't put me to sleep.
sativa if that's what works for you.
Yeah, I'm going to call it whatever I want.
Yeah.
And
Just
weed fluid,
Your weed fluid.
Strain fluid.
I'll smoke any of the weeds.
Yeah, fluid, solid,
Don't
doesn't
smoke
matter.
fluids, though.
Gas.
I think you're supposed to drink those. Not gas, though. Speaking of gas, might be a little burpy. I made some hummus just before. I made some hummus on some rice cakes, and I was like, I could use up the last of this garlic bulb. Because I'd put like 4 tiny ones in, and there was like 4 tiny ones left. I was like, I'll just put those in. But they're raw, and you blend them in with the chickpeas and tahini. And
I'm still feeling it.
Yeah.
On my tongue and my lips.
So, that's the gas update.
The weed really brings it out. Segue there. Speaking of gas.
Well, you said you were going to warn the people, so...
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
I figured while you were...
Oh, I don't want to...
Token away.
You got some?
Yes.
I don't want to have to edit out all the burps and farts and, hard enough editing out all the coughs and stuff. Well, maybe not all, but some of the coughs anyway. So add in burps and farts and everything else with that. It's just, holy hell. It's As soon as I cut all that out, don't even have a podcast.
Just maybe adjust your diet on the podcast day.
You made it.
Well,
You know, I didn't have my PPP this morning.
what?
Before the podcast. What are we at? What time is it?
Oh,
It's not quite dark out. Still light out podcast.
still light out podcast.
Bringing it back already to the first episode. Yeah.
Yeah. So Jason did some homework on this one. So he's got some topics and stuff. Hopefully not too hot buttony. I think. I don't know. Maybe he didn't. There was a couple things we talked about last time where we're like, do girls have
Well, that's what I was going to say when you said hot
perineum or whatever?
Hot button topic.
Is their perineum might be a hot button for some
No,
people?
well, the prostate.
Oh, there you go.
I remember we jumped into that because
Speaking of hot button topics.
So yeah, girls have prostates? No, not technically.
Oh.
It's not the same thing. They have a female version of the prostate, which is known as the Skene glands. Skene.
Huh.
So the prostate is basically like a gland. It's just a big old sack of hormones sitting there, and it helps with urination and ejaculation and basically all the functions that
all
happen
the
in that
in the fun
in
zone?
the control room down there. Yeah, it's all exactly all your good glandular functions that you like.
Aww.
Is that how you put it? Is that romantic? When you put it like
I don't
that?
know if glandular will ever be romantic for
Oh, no?
me.
Well, there's people out there. You never know.
Yep. Try that line on them.
So it says the Skene glands, that they actually produce the same hormones as the male prostate, and both are believed to play a significant role in our reproductive systems.
What?
So, that sort of helps. Now, this is the good part, the juicy part, you could say. That women, the glandular tissue below the bladder and surrounding their urethra, that appears to be the same as the male prostate. Basically,
That's the bird making sounds.
he's into it. So, female ejaculation. That's where I was going with that. I think maybe that's why I got a little flustered and I got a little sweaty here going,
A bit shiny over there.
The female prostate, or the Skene glands, appears to be the source of a viscous white secretion which exits from the urethra upon sexual stimulation in some women. I know, you're just taking a drink because I was saying that, but... Yeah, so I don't know if you've ever seen pornography, or...
Heard about it.
If, you're really, just into it, really giving her, then that's part of all of that whole scenario. I don't know. I never really had that talk with my dad or the birds and the bees. We were talking about that before.
Or whatever?
Why was it called the birds and the bees? That's I was curious about that. See, I got to look that up now too. And I said, why isn't it like
pollination thing?
Why isn't it like horses and goats? Like, you'd think that'd be the first thing that somebody would have to explain. Like, or dogs. Why are those two dogs wrestling each other? Well, Billy, they're not wrestling. Why is it birds and bees?
Like
you don't even
too.
see birds and bees doing it, right?
Well, Billy.
Do bees even do it like that? No, they have like a queen and, So why is it birds and bees? Do you know?
Pollination.
Oh, because they pollinate things?
I didn't look it up. I don't know.
You had a good explanation before, but I can't remember what it was now.
It's pollination.
It's got to be what it was, just pollination.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that works.
I think it's pollination reference. I'm not gonna call a friend or look it up or anything. That's what I would tell the kids.
Well, you just make it up as you go.
Yeah.
Anyways, right? Have some
education.
fun with it.
You just make it up as you go.
That's parenting 101.
Whoops.
That's right, we're not parents,
Universe is like, maybe you guys should just stick with the fur and the feather and the scale.
Scale. I guess that counts fish scale too.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, we'll go with that. Your little petting zoo. You got
Some pets.
a menagerie.
Yeah.
Menagerie.
Yeah.
Menagerie. 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 Isn't that a song?
It could be.
It is now.
It could be.
Should we record it?
2 minutes ago, we
Put it
were
out
free
there.
from that song. And
now-
blissfully unaware that it was going to burst forth its
Now
loins.
it's out into the universe
You
and
skeened it out. What's the word? Skeener? Or
skeened.
skeen?
We should change that. Like skeet is like
Yeah.
male version of
Is it?
and like that's what the rap guys say.
For
is, skeet, skeet.
ejaculation?
That's Little John. Yeah! Little John.
Yeah?
No. Yeah! Okay! That's his other thing. Okay! And he says, skeet, 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 skeet.
And that means, like, jizz.
Yeah, that's I'm gonna skeet all over the place. And, she's so fine, their booty's so nice, I'm gonna skeet all over the place and win the amazing race. Whoa! I don't know, apparently I'm one of those rap guys.
Wowers. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize that. This is like the time that I learned that a pearl necklace meant something different than just a pearl necklace. It's like that same moment for me. I didn't know what that meant. I thought it was like skeet shooting, like you'd like shoot the.
Well, maybe that's where it actually comes from. I might have to look it up. Maybe that's where Little John got it from. He was out skeet shooting one day.
I think it's more wholesome than you think, Jason.
Oh, maybe that's what he's just out skeet shooting all the time. And all those rappers are just out skeet shooting. Maybe that's what it means.
I hope so.
Skeet shooting. Let's go with that. Pull!
I guess it all goes together.
Ooh, knocked my mic there. Sorry, folks. Knocking my mic around, Hey, Mike, come here! Get it?
Take that!
Knocking my mic around. Sorry, Mike.
Sorry about that, Mike.
So I was going to say that, skeet, skeet, skeet. So with women, if they were to,
skeet,
white viscous, then they just skeen. Is that
sounds like something the hummingbirds are doing.
Skeen.
Like when they're like
they take off.
Yeah, they're protecting the hummingbird. I think I've heard them make that sound. Huh.
Well,
Wow. Well, thanks for answering that for us. Now we know.
Yeah.
Now we know. We weren't sure last episode, and now we know more than we ever thought we'd
I don't know if people already knew that or if they care.
I didn't.
No. Well, there you go.
I took all the, body part classes in school, your biologies, and
they didn't tell you about the
ed.
lady prostate.
Skeet shooting.
That's my new. If I was a lady, that'd be my rap name, Lady Prostate. Sounds like a great ad for something.
Feels
Lady
soothing.
Prostate.
Yeah, it's soothing.
I like it. Thanks.
Why are you trying to cover the mic from
I don't know why I did that. I did like a whole cover the mic thing with my hand.
Oh my god, they're gonna hear me laugh.
Oh my goodness, don't stop it. That was great.
Adorable, folks. That was really cute. One day we'll get this all on videotape and you'll get to see him as adorbs in person.
I might have to put pants on then. We might have to do it like waist up.
Yeah.
Waist up cam.
Nobody cares if you're wearing pants.
No?
If they don't have to look.
I guess my shorts are basically shorts. Or my ginch are basically shorts, I should say.
Well,
people still use the word ginch?
I do.
Out there?
I keep it alive.
Oh, yeah? You keep it real. Keep it real and alive.
Yeah,
great.
I mean, if you were wearing those, like, thong underwear or something, that might not be comfortable for just lounging about in.
No, I got this, like, corduroy cushion.
Yeah, anytime you sit on a leather seat,
that might
your
not be
cheeks
so
are
good.
stuck.
I get that nice pattern going in my butt.
Ooh.
In my butthole.
What?
Butthole. Speaking of butthole, sorry, folks, for I jumped right into that real quick.
About your butthole?
No, we sort of super quickly touched on Letterkenny and Shoresy last week, and and then we got jumping on to anything else. I don't even know if people know about Letterkenny or Shoresy, and I don't want to
they're Canadian shows, aren't
leave
they?
anything
TV
up in the air. Definitely Canadian shows.
It's comedy.
For sure. Yeah, super comedy. It's hilarious. So, yeah. So, Shoresy's a spin-off of the show Letterkenny. And Letterkenny it's about a bunch of hicks, they call themselves, I guess. Farm kids, folks all hanging out in Ontario.
Probably
and
like early 20s-ish.
They drink and they make fun of things. And, they have a good old time sitting at their farm stand. And
one of the main characters is like the toughest guy in town, so you get to see some great fight choreography.
Oh, the clips on there are so awesome. Hey, they do like slow motion with the
music that they put to it it's an experience. It's totally worth watching. I'm not a big violence person, but it's a very enjoyable show.
And the way they do it is it's really sort of almost subtle.
Yeah.
Like it's subtle right up until the point of the fight, and then it's like, here you go. And it's slow-mo, and you can't watch anything but what's happening on the screen.
It's a bit reminiscent of, like, Games of New York, where, you know, when they have the big fight, and things are, like, slowed down a bit, and you're like, all of a sudden, like, pushed right in, so, like, you're experiencing it, and it's really well done.
And super rapid-fire comedy.
Oh.
Like I always say, they pack as many jokes into a single episode as lots of people do over, like, a season. Well, or, you know.
And so the whole thing had started as Letterkenny Shorts on, was it YouTube?
Letterkenny Problems.
Letterkenny
called,
Problems,
on
but it
YouTube.
was just shorts.
Yeah.
So you could go on there and you could watch these. And then, and then it had such a huge following, it blossomed into a TV show.
Yeah, it took right off. 9 seasons now, and then a spin-off of Shoresy.
Birdie rings the bell. He's like, take a drink. Everybody take a drink.
His bell of approval.
Ta-ding!
That was Letterkenny. Yeah, and then the Shoresy spin-off, like, at first I thought, what are they going to do with a bunch of hockey players? Because the hockey player part of Letterkenny was, like, sort of my least, not my least favorite necessarily, but it was like, meh.
Yeah, least interested in that.
I can go with the other parts, you know, whatever, but, hummus burp. Sorry, everybody. Excuse me.
Oh, no.
It's happening. It's starting already. Starting early.
Burps are coming.
Yeah. The burps are coming.
So
the Burbs.
You wanted to... Oh, I love the Burbs. Such a great show.
Tom Hanks. What's that other guy's name? I gotta look that up real quick. Because that's going to drive me nuts if I don't look it up. Yeah, what's the neighbor's really real name? Rick Ducommun. Art.
He was
the
like
neighbor,
kind of
Art
the
Weingartner.
comedic fella.
For sure.
Like comedic relief or whatever.
Yeah. He was always the, like...
Tom Hanks was kind of the straight man.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, definitely in that.
And it's a take on The Suburbs. So that's why it's called The Burbs.
Oh, right. I forget that sometimes people don't have the same refined palate that we do with movies.
Best experience.
The Burbs. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there's probably some people that weren't born yet when that movie came out.
Oh, yeah. It's got Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Corey
it's like
Feldman.
some
it's so great.
people that sort of look like vampiric foreigners or something like that. It's like the people were like, you know, talked with a weird accent and you couldn't really understand them, and they seemed all like weird and eccentric, but like dirty, and like the house was all ramshackle, and you're like, maybe they're vampires. I don't know what's wrong with them. And their basement had like a really loud, was it a furnace or something? It was like
boiler in the bottom.
And you're like, I don't know what the hell's going on over there. And the neighborhood fellas get a little too interested in what's happening next door, so they just sneak over and get into all kinds of trouble.
He's a Canadian, the Rick Ducommun, the neighbor guy.
The other guy.
Yeah. Died June 12th, 2015. I'm just going over all his list of movies. Or so, like Encino Man, Little Monsters, Class Act with Kid and Play.
I wonder, were they all done by the same studio or whatever? Like maybe he was sort of on a roster for...
he was just that guy, I think, in the early 90s. You know, late 80s, early 90s. If you needed a cheeseball kind of guy who was, you know, kind of funny and could laugh at himself, I think.
Yeah, I was pretty scared of the neighbors that moved in. Like, I don't know, what year did it come out?
He came out in 1952. Not came out, but like, he was born. Yeah.
Came out of his mom.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for clarifying. I wasn't sure.
1989. Comedy/horror. That's perfect. I guess it was kind of scary.
It definitely was scary for this kid.
What age?
I was like...
Oh yeah, 1989. We'll have to cut the math.
13.
Cut it while we do the math there. 13. Yeah, hey?
I think. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, we'll do like a 20 minutes later. For the math, we'll figure it out.
Just like the sound of an abacus. The counting machine.
Add in some like construction sounds and stuff too. For
the
little
counting machine.
Chunk.
Yeah. Oh my god! Get our little green visors on.
That's great.
Well, you know, math is good.
Actually, speaking of green visors, wasn't there a Muppet that had the... I got in here a thing for the Muppets because we were talking about...
oh, right. Spaghetti Hair.
Janice is her name. Yeah. So that's... I looked it up. And
Spaghetti Hair, the saxophone player?
Spaghetti Hair. Lead guitar.
Lead guitar?
Yeah, I said
Who's
saxophone.
The saxophone player?
Zoot. is the saxophone player.
Is it a bear or something?
No, he's just a blue dude. Blue-looking guy.
Kind of like a wide, round head.
Yeah. Sort of like he's got like
and like a
curly
little mouth.
or not curly. Larry from Three Stooges, where he's got like the hair around this sort of cul-de-sac thing, but really floofy, and and a little soul patch and the shades.
And just a small mouth because he's like pursed
Yeah.
playing it.
Yeah. So and part of the Electric Mayhem, Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem.
Oh.
Yeah, crazy, hey?
That's I saw some T-shirts that had that, and I was like, "Ooh, I think I really want that." And I'm like, I don't know about the quality of the T-shirts, so.
Yeah, so it was made their debut in 1975.
Yay!
The band consists of Dr. Teeth on vocals and keyboards, Animal on drums, woohoo! Floyd Pepper on vocals and bass. Right, so he was sort of the ZZ Top guy, the big orange mustache guy, and he had like a big nose and everything too. Yeah. And Janice on vocals and lead guitar, and Zoot on saxophone.
We'll have to put a visual up of the.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Of those guys.
Says that Animal, Floyd, and Zoot are also played in the Muppet Show pit band.
Pit band.
So the band that they had in the front of the stage and everything, and sometimes people would get in there and yeah.
No, I'm doing Fraggle Rock.
It always comes back.
I did the Fraggle
close,
Rock.
Muppets. So that was the other thing I read on here. I don't necessarily have it here, but it said that Kermit the Frog and Rolf were both from Sesame Street first, and then crossed over because it was this and a few others. Sam the Eagle and the two old guys in the balcony. I can't remember. I don't have their names here. We looked it up before.
The newscaster Sam the Eagle.
Sam, yeah. And there was a bunch of others, and they were the original cast. And then Kermit and Rolf came over from Sesame Street, and then eventually Miss Piggy played on some special and stuff, and then she came over eventually. Yeah. So this is crazy. The debut in 1975 was called The Muppet Show Sex and Violence.
What?
Isn't that crazy?
What?
I know. It says, The Muppet Show Sex and Violence aired on March 19, 1975, and was one of two pilots produced for The Muppet Show. The other one was called The Muppets Valentine Show. The Muppets Sex and Violence, it was called.
Wow, that's progressive for the year before I was born.
Isn't that crazy?
Holy doodle, guys.
And it just has, like, relatively
what station
normal...
did it go out on? PBC or something?
ABC.
ABC?
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy, right? Like, 1975, just a totally different sort of thing. And it had totally normal, I don't know what totally normal, but normal-ish, sketches and skits and everything, and yeah.
Well, I think the Muppets had some off, tongue-in-cheek kind of jokes. You know what I mean? Like, innuendo-y stuff. Because, like, I watch it now and I'm like, oh my god, like, Miss Piggy was a freaking horn dog. And like, back then, you kind of knew and understood as a kid, but as an adult, you're like, whoa! And then the sarcasm and stuff on there. It's not just for kids. Yeah,
so it says, in this half-hour variety special, the Muppets parodied the proliferation of sex and violence on television. Nigel, Sam the Eagle, and hippie guitarist Floyd prepare for a pageant based on the 7 deadly sins, with Muppets representing the sins: envy, anger, gluttony, vanity, lust, avarice, and sloth. Avarice? Oh man, I'd never even heard of that word now. Oh, so much homework.
There you go, homework for next week.
But yeah, they had like a Mount Rushmore sketch and a wrestling match sketch and stuff, and like...
Is there any way to watch it? Is it still out there?
Oh, I don't know. It says it appears on an extra feature on the Muppet Show season 1 box set.
Oh, okay.
So you might be able to find it on YouTube or something. I don't know. Crazy though, hey?
Yeah,
I thought, the Muppets, sex and violence, like who thought that was a good idea?
I don't know, maybe somebody had some, like, bribery, blackmail photos, and they were like, just put this on the air. It's a great idea.
I guess back in the day when it was all... touching on certain subjects and
well, I'm glad it wasn't
everything.
Called the Sex and Violence Show, because I wouldn't have been allowed to watch. That's for sure.
1975.
Well,
oh yeah, maybe he has a baby.
You know.
You know, maybe it's a baby. Yeah, so I thought that was kind of crazy. You know, I just love the rabbit hole. I look up who was the sexy woman from the Muppets band. You know, and then
Lashes spaghetti hair.
McGee.
Lashes spaghetti
Janice.
hair is Janice.
Janice, yeah. She never had a last name or anything, but yeah.
They never do.
Some of them do, apparently. There's a few of them that I looked up that did, but I can't remember.
Beautiful guitar singers. I was just making
Good call. Good call.
This is a one-night stand joke.
Right. Oh, they never do.
Because they're always traveling around.
Ah, right. You don't bother.
You don't bother learning the last name because you're
no.
like, I'm not going to write them a letter, so what do I need that for?
Yeah. Just like Lisa, guitar player, and
Yeah.
Janice,
5-star.
saxophonist. 5-star.
Or whatever
Go
your Dennis Reynolds system.
That's perfect, yeah.
Whatever.
I'm a 5-star man. He just freaks out. That's so great.
Sunny in Philadelphia reference.
I think that's the first one of the episode. That's got to be a record already. I know.
We were
right?
watching it right before
Right
Jason puts it
before.
on as background, so it's all
Yeah, I
full
can't.
shenanigans. I'm like, la la la, making hummus.
You know, whatever.
And then I was like, "Wah," with
We're-
the immersion blender. The immersion blender is definitely my favorite tool in the kitchen now. Like, now that I know.
Not me?
Well,
Get
when
it.
you're in there, you're definitely in the
Second
top
favorite.
5.
Top 5. I'll take it. I'll take it. You know, some good tools in there.
Used to be like toaster oven was like if I could only have like, one plug-in thing, because I don't really use the mix master.
Yeah, it's pretty
You know.
handy, hey?
I use the immersion blender all the time now.
And also it's handy because it's in your hand. You know,
God.
doing like hand
Really?
puns. Those are fun.
Wow, thank you, Jason, for that great joke. That was...
Totally worth cutting off your story for that one.
And the hand gestures were...
Well, because you're
Like-
immersioning. You're, so you got to do the hand motion up and down,
Maybe,
with a twist. Right? No? Maybe not?
Well, I don't know. If you're laying back, you'd probably use that motion.
Really put a twist into it.
I don't know. Whatever you like.
It was sweet, though. We were having a waz off because I was grinding up the weed
At
with the
same
coffee
time,
grinder, and we were having a waz off.
I thought he was trying to race me, but...
We were a couple of waz musicians.
Oh, God.
Eh?
Waz musician.
Waz fusion. Oh, man.
That redeemed you from the other joke that I
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was
forgot
even
about
worse.
it.
Oh,
It's
perfect.
too bad it's on tape or
Yeah.
whatever we record onto here.
Yeah, tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just rewind that tape a little bit. To,
We'll re-record over it.
cut that. Yeah, exactly.
Just put the pen in there and twirl the tape around a few times.
Spin it. Spin
Yeah.
it back. Yeah. There you go.
You save batteries, man. Batteries are hard to get. The birdie thought that was a groaner joke
Oh,
too.
birdie.
Aw.
You okay? Aw. No. Nope. Sorry.
That was a really good show.
Jumped right into that one.
That was really good.
Yeah. I was
don't
about
know
to say nope to the bird, and it reminded me of the movie Nope. Anybody else out there see that?
Oh my
Nope.
goodness. It was so good. I'm, again, not a scary movie person, but I watched Nope, and the horse stuff was all really good. There was only like one part where it was like
You don't want to do any... Well, maybe we don't want to do spoilers. I don't know.
crazy obvious where you could tell that it was like, a person on a rig or whatever instead, but it was like you wouldn't want to put the horse through trying to get that shot over and over and over again until the person got it right.
Well, it's just way cheaper, too. Right?
Yeah.
You can have your horse there all day. You don't have to feed your fake animatronic horse or anything.
Yeah, and there wasn't a lot of like every time the horse ran.
Almost, I want to say none of that. 'Cause you point that out on almost every movie.
Oh yeah,
Horse stuff and hair stuff. That's the best.
Yeah.
And then what do I do?
eye-rolling.
Car stuff, usually gun stuff. That kind of
Knife
stuff.
stuff.
Knife stuff.
fighting stuff.
Yeah. Explosion stuff.
Yeah.
Anything like that. Yeah. Horses are perfect though. I never clued in about horses that they don't nicker all the time or when you're about to take off or anything. They don't at all.
No, it's not like it would be like if every time you got in your car and you went to drive away, you did a little beep beep. You know, like.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess
Some people do that.
Volkswagen Bugs do that though,
For
don't
safety. Oh, just on the commercials.
Because they're super cute. You
Yeah.
know.
Beep beep.
Does your car do that? Just when you go to pull out of the yard? Beep beep. Like,
Nice.
see you later.
I don't think Alm's listened to it yet at all.
Oh, that's okay. He's, you know.
I'm trying not to be too hurt about it.
If he feels drawn to it and wants to listen to our shenanigans,
That's a good point.
Well,
Maybe he secretly loves it and just hasn't said anything yet.
I don't know. I don't want to speculate. You know.
Right. I
I
forgot.
just put it out there. Be gentle
Probably
with
don't
it.
do that.
It'll find all the people whose little sweet ears need to listen to it.
That was so sweet. It was sweet. And he almost got like higher up, 6 feet higher or something. It was great.
That's how it sounds. That's how he hears womp womp
Yeah.
womp womp womp.
Yeah. Yes, dear.
He just smiles and laughs.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Clickety click 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 on your rating away on your laptop.
You know, I gotta research things. Stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Nope. I was gonna say that, like, because what do we watch?
The
We watched
movie?
Us and, yeah, Nope, the movie.
Get
Out and
out
Us.
or get away or
Get Out. Yeah, Get Out.
And those are Jordan Peele's
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
They are phenomenal. The
Yeah.
story's great. There's no gratuitous, like, sex and violence. It's all like, oh, you know, like, it really takes you on the journey without, like, bashing you about the head with a bunch of extra bullshit or trying to fluff up bullshit that's not actually, like, you know, there's some substance to it, and you wind up getting, I found I had a bit of a connection with the characters, even if it was like, oh my god, you're ridiculous, you know, like, you understand that there are people out there in the world like that, so it feels really relatable. And
Well, the word that I kept thinking of when we were watching it was thoughtfulness. Which is weird when you think of a movie, but like...
Fawfulness?
Fawfulness.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
Thoughtfulness.
Oh, okay.
You know, like, I was going to say intelligent, because it definitely is that, but intelligent almost when you say it about a movie, it, like, you think, oh, okay, well, it's smart, and there's lots of...
You think it's going to be intellectual.
I don't mean that at all. Yeah, I just mean it's really... it's really real in its surrealness, and its, like, craziness.
It's
that
beautifully shot,
happens.
too. The special effects are all
Like,
really well done on all three movies.
You can just tell that, like, every character and every word that they say is really thought out ahead of time on how would they really think, how would they really sort of react to it, kind of deal. And there's no extra bullshit, like cliche stuff or stuff that, like, well, I better throw that in because that's what people expect, and, you know, that's what I like. There's none of that in it.
And it doesn't leave you wanting the stuff that isn't there, because it satiates all of the little entertainment nodules in your
Right,
brain.
yeah, it hits on those cliches
Yeah.
where you still get the jump scares and the lead ups and the the twists and
they give you time to
all of
really
the above.
think about what could really be going on. Like, Nope, you're like, oh, I think this is what's going on. Maybe these guys are bad guys, or maybe it's aliens, or maybe it's mind control stuff, or maybe it's, you know, like,
Yeah,
you
you just don't know.
really know what's fully going on, and
That's what I like about Get Out too.
is
Was-
that an airplane going over?
Yeah,
Another float plane. Hey,
Yeah.
guys, it's float plane season here
you probably might not even pick it up,
on the
but
West Coast.
we'll find out. The bird will cover up the noise of any
Yeah,
float planes,
the bird's
probably.
just like... No, birdies don't even have butt cheeks. He makes fart sounds with his beak. Did you have more exciting stuff to talk about? Nope. And
Nope,
what were the other
I
ones?
don't.
Get Out,
Get Out and Us.
Us.
I never watched Key and Peele. That was his whole sketch show. But I watch it on the Facebook clips that come up, and they're hilarious. They're really good. And I don't know why I didn't watch it before. It just I wasn't a fan of Keegan-Michael Key.
Yeah.
The other guy.
Yeah.
And I like him in some things. I really like
He's
him.
good,
And
but he can be a lot.
Oh, that's exactly. Yeah, that's the perfect. Yeah, that's exactly.
So you have to have him in the right role, otherwise he kind of takes it over.
Yeah.
It's like the garlic in the hummus. Because he's pretty big, right? Like, he's like got to be 6...
Oh, at least 6'3" or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So just, he has a bit of a stage presence anyway, and he's just very extroverted, very
6'1".
charismatic. Yeah.
Yeah. I love the internet. You know, just how tall is Keegan Michael Key? 6'1". Just instant. You know, boom. That's pretty
Jason,
sweet.
you're so good at research.
You know, yay! I can type. So the "Somewhere Over the Rainbow" song from last week. So last week I couldn't even remember if it was part of Wizard of Oz or what song was it. And "Somewhere Over the Rainbow," and I was confusing it with "Somewhere Out There," which was the American Tail song. Somewhere out there. Yeah, that's the song. Yay, you got her. And then there's "Somewhere Over the Rainbow."
Is that the Hawaiian dude that does that one?
Yeah, so that's the other one that, like, yeah, he covered that, and it was huge.
Well, he didn't cover it, he wrote it.
No, he didn't.
What?
Yeah. No.
The, like, bigger fella?
Yeah, you know that whole meme where it talks about he came in and at 3 a.m. he wrote it and everything. Yeah, no.
And then died, like, right after or something
yeah,
like that?
no.
That's not real?
No.
Oh.
No, apparently not. So I don't know necessarily if he came in at 3 a.m. and recorded it.
Yeah.
But he didn't
inspired, but he didn't write the song.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, and
but
he was
recorded it.
He was part of a band, and he's got his own statue and stuff, and he's huge.
It's a statue of what? Like a dragon?
Just he's got some.
Does he have a dragon?
He carved it.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, he's also known for carving.
He's really into dragon statues. No, so there's this.
There's a statue of him.
Oh.
And he was buried in like a super prominent spot. I thought I had the thing up here somewhere. Yeah, the corner of the airport. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Sorry, Hawaiians. You guys are awesome. Nothing?
What?
Apparently, it says approximately 10,000 people attended his funeral. He was like...
What's the guy's name?
Oh, shit, really? Israel. There you go. That's all you need to know. Just
What's the last name?
No.
You
don't even need to know that. It's let's try it here. Israel Ka'ano El Kamakawiwa Ole.
Beautiful.
Man, that came out better than I thought. Kamakawiwa Ole, I bet.
All right, so now you know where the end of that.
So we jumped onto that.
Oh, cool.
But I just happened to go down a little rabbit hole with him too, because looking up "Somewhere Over the Rainbow." But yeah, "Somewhere Over the Rainbow" was written in like 1939. Two writers. 1939, they were like a writing dream team. Apparently, wrote like on all the musicals, all the Broadway stuff back in the day. The producers and the directors and everybody of the film never liked it at all.
Oh, so it didn't get used.
They took it out of the film 3 different times, and then
smokes.
ended up putting it in the end because it was like pacing, and they said it took it right out, and they said it was too mature for.
Whatever. Sure,
Dorothy was supposed to be 12 in that.
Yeah.
It said supposedly 12-year-old character of Dorothy. And anyway, the song slowed the plot down and pacing and everything, and said that it just
Really
just killed
dreamy.
it, you know. And then it came out, and all the critics were like, "Oh my God, the best song! That's an amazing song! You got to watch the movie just to hear this song, and hear Judy Garland sing the song." And that it made that's what made the movie, I guess, sort of deal, was like the song, and it won like a Best Original Song Oscar that year and stuff, and amongst a bunch of other awards for Wizard of Oz. But yeah, it was kind of crazy. That, you know, just kind of funny that delete something, get it out of there, and you think, oh, nobody's going to like that, or somebody will slow down the movie, and then that's literally what makes the movie.
That's the
on
the cake.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
The secret sauce. Bringing it back around to the beginning with all the sausage.
The sauciness. What's that from? Is that from Fried Green Tomatoes or something? Isn't it from?
Secrets in the sauce.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, because they're cooking the people ribs. She has all these adventures, and it's a comedy, but it's like there's some dark stuff too.
Yeah, hey? Yeah, okay.
When we watched it, it was like a time when there was some dark stuff happening in our lives. my mom and I, so it was like a bit, oh,
Well,
you know, domestic violence or whatever happening, and it was hard to watch, but all the rest of the movie is so great, and there's
That's why
a
they
bunch of
throw
stuff about race and stuff in there too, because the blacks and who were, you know, slaves to certain people when she was growing up.
oh, right. Back.
Yeah, so
Right,
I think
right.
it's set back in the 50s when she was,
Oh, okay,
you know, a teen.
yeah. When, you know, race relations were awesome. You
Yeah.
know, just as they are now.
But
Super
they were
awesome.
writing some good songs.
The best songs, really. You know, you
Yeah.
could say. And then being totally ripped off by the white man. You know, I think that's how that usually went. You know.
Yeah, people don't get their rights or whatever for it.
Sorry,
No.
I jumped into the Donner family thing.
Oh,
Not from that. I went back
about
to
the ice.
yeah, when you were
crossing
talking
the-
about secrets in the sauce and stuff, and
Yeah.
that jumped me right back into cannibalism, and because we were watching that.
Yeah, it was interesting to learn.
Let's call it
some
a
of
documentary.
Yeah, it is interesting to learn that.
I think it was Expedition Unknown or something, but
Yeah, some of the people actually lived through it.
yeah, most of them, I think, is what it was even. And I
think
did no research because
15.
we were just talking about cannibalism or whatever.
I think it was like 15 people or something like
Oh
that.
yeah, is that what it was?
They sent out some people to go, and then the storm got too bad, and they got trapped somewhere.
Yeah, so much extra history that I didn't even know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they had rescuers and a bunch of parties of rescuers coming back and forth and taking
for
kids.
3
And
days, they had 40 different people come, and that one man that carried 9 children back by himself,
yeah, 100 yards at a time.
he would carry 3 kids and then set them down and go back and get 3 more kids and carry them and then go back and get the other 3 kids and then would do... So he basically went 3 times the distance with 3 kids on him.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, completely back and forth with kids on them.
What was
Walk
it, 4 days or something like
and
that?
25 feet of snow. Like they had
Yeah.
snowshoes and stuff and everything,
Yeah.
but still, 25 feet of snow. So literally like the trees, the tops of the trees and everything you couldn't see. And then when you went back and forth, because it'd be different every single time with the snow coverage and everything,
Yep.
that'd be just insane.
No landmarks or
Yeah,
anything.
and for miles and miles. So it says here, of the 81 pioneers, only 45 managed to walk out alive, 15 dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the ordeal proved particularly costly for the group's 15 solo travelers, all but 2 of whom died. Oh, never mind. I don't know. How many of the Donner Party were eaten? That's the question. You know,
It was the ones that wound up off by themselves. They had
as
to eat them.
as many as 21 members had been eaten. Yeesh.
But if they starve to death and die,
That's a spicy meatball.
you know,
you know.
I think if I was in a situation with people and, you
Oh.
know, and I just froze to death, I'd
Yeah.
be like, yeah, definitely you could eat what you want.
Yeah, I'd.
Or, you know,
Yeah,
once I'm dead, it's fine. But don't fucking, saying that, don't take all my shit and put me out in the cold till I freeze to death
Well-
so that you can eat me.
that's where the line is. You know,
like if you're gonna do
yeah.
that, just ask nice. Be like, hey, can I shoot you in the face so that everybody else gets to eat? And I'll think about it.
Well, you don't want to waste the bullet, first off, you know, but you definitely want that meat to be fresh.
Chock
know.
meat.
That chocolate meat fall right off the bone. You mix it with a braised polenta. That's so great.
I hope you just eat the polenta first. Just try to get through a little longer.
Yeah, I don't know.
How do you feel about that?
I talk a big game and just say like, oh, it wouldn't even be a question in my mind if it's there and it's dead, and I am literally like, I've already eaten my boots or my belt. Like they said, they would soften it up in water and chew on their belts and stuff. And if it's getting to that point and I got no out, then sorry, that's what's going to happen.
Do you think you could get it down? Do you think you could like?
Well, and that's
stomach
where I mean, like I talk a big game, but when it comes down to it, I might really be like, no, and I can't do it, and my brain and my body might be
knows
like,
what your
nope,
body
not going to
can.
happen. I can't do muscles.
Yeah.
You know, like I
That's
can do
why I
3
asked.
oysters in a row, and that's it. I'm done.
And
you know,
then they just won't go down. It's
Yeah.
pretty funny, you guys. He like really polite, trying to like eat them because we're like, yeah.
I can do
okay.
1 muscle,
Yeah.
and then the second one, for whatever reason, it
just
tastes good.
stays in your mouth for a long time, and then eventually it comes out because you're like,
I try and I try and I try, and it's a.
You could chew it down to nothing, and it would still be like
for sure.
It's not
I even
going down
like
the
try to
tube.
swallow, and it's not like a choking thing. It's just like, nope, the valve's not going to open today for you. Sorry, spit that out. Yeah, it's so weird. It tastes good. The only time was Dan's mussel stew soups that he made for our wedding.
Yeah, Dan.
That stuff. That's the only time I've ever been able to eat more than like one mussel.
Best mussels I've ever had, and I didn't take very many because I was like,
oh yeah,
I don't really like mussels because they're usually chewy.
Yeah,
and
for
they
sure.
Were like so tender, like chef's kiss, the best.
The best.
Yeah. Kudos
Speaking of the
that.
best, our
Simply
fans
the best.
out there, simply the best,
You're
better than all the rest.
most of the other fans.
Yeah.
Look, there's a cat.
Kittens, everywhere there's kittens. I love kittens.
Beastie got to have his Eusta mom come and visit him yesterday. It was wonderful.
Yay!
Yeah, they got to go frolic in the yard. It was really sweet to watch. It's so cute. I've never had anybody actually come back and visit their pets. I've adopted lots of pets that other people couldn't keep. Like most of my pets are pets that somebody was like, I can't do it. It needs a home.
It was like he
Wonderful
rescued
cat.
us.
He's a top-notch kitty. All right, guys. I think Jason's giving the wrap it up
Oh no,
signal there.
I'm just saying. You know, we got
wrapping it
plenty
up
of content.
In a nice little bow. I don't remember the words to this song.
We're
Jason's gonna probably record over it right after this part.
You can double up. Maybe you can.
okay.
We'll find out, I guess.
What do you
Let's
mean?
see.
I thought that was your fantasy.
See how it all clips.
Thanks so much for listening, guys. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, well, probably hear us.
Yeah.
More likely than see you, but
And
either way.
we still haven't had a chance to do any kind of research about snails. Somebody suggested we talk about snails.
Oh, snails?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
I'll put it on the list.
We'll put it on the
Snails.
docket for
What about snails?
next time. I think it was pretty general. Just talk about snails.
Just snails. People
Yeah.
are into snails out there?
Does one person so far?
Okay. Well, maybe
Maybe
it'll spawn a whole thing.
you never know.
You know, snails are good.
Okay.
Talk about mussels.
Tune
So
in
close.
next week for shenanigans.
Epic tales about snails. Oh.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm a rapper.
There we go.
Candy
Love you
rapper.
guys. Thanks for listening, and
Have a good night, morning, evening.
have a good all the time.
If I don't see you later, have a good evening, afternoon, and night. Whatever they said on Truman Show. I'm just sort of babbling now. Not really gonna end here. Just sort of keep talking.
Jason. Baby's sleeping. Baby's sleeping.
Podcast. Alright, that was fun.
Wrapping it up in a nice little bow. I really hope you liked all of our stories. We don't really have an outro yet. We hope we didn't cause too many bories. That's when you get bored and you're like, fuck this, and you space out and you look over there. You don't want to quit listening 'cause you love us and you're putting up with our shenanigans. Alright, guys, until we see you next time, that's our outro. Love you lots. Our bird laughed.
That was great.
BG here, and
Too Far Thompson. Out.